I'm Maddie, and I'm Aubrey and Riley's youngest sister. My wish was to have a camper.
Maddie's medical journey started July of 2021. She went to bed normal, like she always does. She woke up in the middle of the night complaining of headaches. I went and grabbed her and brought her into the bed with me. She fell back asleep for about an hour. And then at 5 o'clock, she woke up again, saying that her head was hurting and that she was dizzy and she felt like she was going to throw up. So we took her into the bathroom and she was kind of falling, stumbling all over the place. Then she kind of just collapsed in the bathroom floor. She started screaming really loud. And my husband picked her up and took her into the hospital, the local hospital in Kansas. The ER doctor, he was very nonchalant about him being worried about anything. He said he looked her over. By the time I got there, we were headed back to CT. So he's like, why don't you guys, come along with us? And, as we were walking down the hallway, he was just asking about Maddie, asking about what we do, all that just normal talk stuff. And the nurse had Maddie in CT and Ryan was laying her down or whatever. And the nurse came out and she's like, do you guys want to see this? And he's like, yeah, hey, why don't you come in and I can just show you what we're looking at. It's kind of a neat thing to see. And we turned the corner and his face dropped and he just kept saying, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry. He's like, I need you to sit down. And the nurse pointed at the screen and she said, do you see all this darkness? And we said, yeah. And she's like, that's all blood that's on her brain now from the tumor that burst open. And he said that if we don't get her out of here, he's like, there's no way that she'll make it. He didn't expect anything to happen. He wasn't expecting anything on the scans. And then just when we turned that corner, it was a different world.
0 to 100.
Yeah, and it feels like it didn't stop. When they actually informed us that it was cancer, we were still in Colorado. They, of course, threw a whole bunch of big words at us that we weren't really understanding. But when we actually sat down with a doctor one-on-one and, we asked the questions that as parents we needed to ask, they told us she had the 5% survival rate of making it, even just to the radiation point. He said he didn't see, he would be surprised if she would even leave the hospital. That news kind of struck us hard. We actually sat in the room for 45 minutes and kind of just stared off in the wall. We had nurses that were phenomenal down there that would come in and say, they would kind of take care of Maddie while we processed everything that was going on. We decided to go out for a walk to get some fresh air, to be able to come back in and decide which route we were going to go with everything. And we actually walked out and I said to Ryan, we've got an hour here that we can be mad and we can be pissed off, we can be sad and cry and scream. I was like, but when we go back in there, I want to just fight with everything we have. The camper was chosen by Maddie. We had no say in it. We had gone camping many, many times in Kansas. She went for her 4th birthday. That's all she wanted to do, is always be in the camper. When she was life flighted out of Kansas, we had to start making the decisions. I ended up leaving my job. His job, was amazing and supportive through everything. So financially, we just had to figure out ways that we could cut corners to make it so that we could be able to live with Maddie in Colorado at that time. So we ended up having to sell the camper. And that was something that we were more likely to sell our house before we wanted to sell the camper, just because it had so many memories of, Maddie before all of this, that it was kind of hard to sell. It was almost saying like, we're forgetting that.
You'd think it's one thing with Make-A-Wish, but all it is taking a tough situation and just saying, hey, let's give you a break. Let's get some normalcy back in your life. And here's a gift to hopefully help you do that. And they expect nothing in return. I mean, nothing. I think the biggest thing with the Make-A-Wish, working with them and the impact they had on our family is, the donations and everything that came through was able to give our family a gift that we'll be able to use for a lifetime and create the memories that, we thought were gone. I mean, we really did. We sold the camper and we thought that was in the past. And because of Make-A-Wish, we're able to go camping again. We're able to make those family memories again. So the impact of everybody donating has just been phenomenal for our family.
Thank you, Make-A-Wish, for my camper.